Everyone's jumping on the EV bandwagon these days, right? And yeah, who could blame them? I mean, as a daily driver, it makes perfect sense. You're helping the environment, you don't pay for petrol, and in the long run, because there's less moving parts, you could very well end up spending less on maintenance compared to a traditional internal combustion engine car. But I've been having a chat with some friends about EVs lately, and two concerns seem to be popping up. Number one, overly aggressive in-your-face styling. Number two, high price points. Well, in that sense, yeah, most EVs, they either look way too futuristic or look too aggressive or too alien-y. Not this one though. Folks, say hello to the ORA Good Cat. And this, in my opinion, is one of the best looking EVs on sale in Malaysia today. More importantly, with prices starting at just 139,800 ringgit, it's set to be a true EV for the people. So, how does this sub 140k EV perform? Let's find out. First off, ORA. What's that? Well, ORA was born in 2018 as an EV-only sub-brand of Great Wall Motors, or GWM for short. And over the years, that sub-brand has grown from strength to strength, not just in its native home country of China, but in neighbouring countries like Thailand and now Malaysia. Which brings me to today's guest, the ORA Good Cat. And it's really off to a good start by being one of the most anticipated EVs on sale in the country. So we've got two variants. We've got the 400 Pro and the 500 Ultra. Now the 400 Pro, that's priced at 139,800 ringgit, while the 500 Ultra, that goes for 169,800 ringgit. And trust me when I say that you'll be getting a lot of car for the money. But first, forget the numbers, forget the specs, just drink it in. I mean it when I say it's one of the best looking EVs on sale today. It's got the right elements or the right mixture of cutesy hints here and there to make it approachable, but at the same time, it's futuristic enough to let everyone around you know that this is not an ordinary city car. Up front, there's no other way to put it really. It's super cute with these round, intelligent LED headlamps. By the way, you get auto high beam and a follow me on function. Over to the side, the curvy silhouette and two-tone colour scheme makes it look smaller than the actual numbers might suggest. Now, why do I say that? Those rims over there, 18-inch wheels. So let that sink in. And now we come to my favourite angle, the rear. So the full-width LED taillights is embedded into the rear screen, so that gives the tailgate a sort of more clean and uncluttered look. And all of this is proof that aggressive styling doesn't always equate to good looks. I mean, just ask the Porsche 911. It's known for its somewhat cutesy, pebble-shaped silhouette, and still people take it seriously. And speaking of Porsche, here's a bit of trivia. The Good Cat was styled by a former Porsche designer. As for boot space, you get 228 litres, but if you need more, just fold the 64 split folding seats and you'll end up with 858 litres. On the inside, the ORA Good Cat looks and feels like a much more expensive car. The overall architecture is very clean, it's very minimalist, but at the same time, you've got retro touches here and there. Especially obvious with these toggle switches for the AC and the demisters. Overall fit and finish is surprisingly good. I mean, everything feels rather premium to the touch. The seats are covered in synthetic leather, while the dash gets suede leather. And we also get a panoramic sunroof, so that's going to help make the cabin feel a lot airier. Overall, actually, it feels like a much more premium interior than what the price tag might suggest. I really like the dual screen setup here with the 7-inch digital display right in front and the 10.25-inch display for the infotainment system right next to it. So that one comes with the usual lot, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a 360-degree camera, which is very, very crisp, I have to say. Overall, the presentation is very nice in a way that you're not going to immediately think that the UI is meant for a car at this price. It's just a bit annoying to use at times because the climate control systems, they tend to play hide and seek when you've got Apple CarPlay running, and the lag can get quite noticeable at times. Moving on, we've got a rotary knob that allows you to select reverse, neutral and drive, and then there's a Qi wireless charger right behind. So other amenities include two USB ports right here, one for your dashcam up here and one at the back, and there's also a power socket. Now as for storage spaces, we've got a tray right near the USB ports, two cup holders. The center armrest opens up to a space that's pretty small but deep, and the side door bins, they can fit a bottle just nicely. Last but not least, the glove box. Glove box is decent size, it's quite wide, not too deep, but yeah, it'll do the job. Moving on to the rear seats, the driver's seat is adjusted to my driving position, and for someone who is 184 centimeters tall, I actually get a fair bit of knee room. I mean, there's more than a fist worth of knee room for me, so no complaints there. Headroom, it's quite tight actually, it's quite tight. And because of the high floor, my knees are tucked up in a not so natural position, so I don't get a lot of under-thigh support, which may be a concern for long drives. Anyway, what about storage spaces? We've got seat pockets, the usual. The side door bins fit a water bottle nicely, and the armrest opens up to two more cup holders. Yeah, not too bad. So on the move, the ORA Good Cat has more than enough power to get you up to highway speeds without feeling like it's too underpowered. So we've got 5 drive modes. We've got normal, sport, eco, and auto, and eco plus. Now, the first 4 are toggled via a button beside the steering wheel, but the 5th one, eco plus, that's buried somewhere inside the infotainment system. I don't know why they separated those modes, but it is what it is. In normal mode, it doesn't rocket you forward like a higher powered EV car, and that's not the point. I mean, use the Good Cat like how you would a compact city runabout, and it should feel zippy enough. In terms of power, the front motor puts out 143 horsepower and 210 Newton meters of torque. The 0 to 100 time is a claimed 7.9 seconds, while top speed is quoted at 152 kilometers per hour. So the major differences between the two variants lies in the battery within. The 400 Pro model gets a 47.8 kWh lithium-ion phosphate battery with a claimed NEDC range of up to 400 kilometers. The more expensive model, the 500 Ultra, this one, gets a 63 kWh ternary lithium-ion battery with a claimed NEDC range of up to 500 kilometers. A full charge on AC power at 6.6 kW takes 8 hours for the 400 Pro and 10 hours for the 500 Ultra. DC charging from 30% to 80% state of charge at 64 kW takes 30 minutes for the 400 Pro and 40 minutes for the 500 Ultra. Now, numbers aside, how does it feel? So for starters, it's quiet because you don't have an engine, so on that front it's quite refined. But with that said, the ride leans on the slightly firmer side of things. It's not disastrous, don't get me wrong, but you do feel a little bit more of the thuds when you go over some really nasty surfaces. What about the Good Cat's one-pedal operation? Personally, I'd like a little bit more regen as it leans on the slightly light side of things. But all in all, when it comes to the ORA Good Cat, just drive it like how you would a daily compact city runabout, leave the massage function on, and yeah, no major complaints. Another major plus point of the ORA Good Cat is the list of safety features that we get. So for starters, we get the usual array of ADAS features such as autonomous emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane centering assist, and what's called a wisdom dodge system. Now don't laugh, it's actually pretty neat. This thing's supposed to help you maintain a good distance from large vehicles such as commercial lorries. And then once it deems you're safe enough, far away from them, it brings you back in line again. Very, very useful considering, how close lorry drivers get to us nowadays. So, what do I make of the ORA Good Cat? Well, as far as potentially bringing in newcomers into the EV arena, it's a solid starting point. I mean, it's competitively priced, it's armed to the teeth with kit and toys, it drives decently, it looks like nothing else on the road, and it's quite a safe bet with a 5-year or 150,000 km warranty, whichever comes first for the car, and an 8-year or 180,000 km warranty for the battery. There's even a complimentary portable and home charger thrown in. And any concerns about the brand's longevity isn't an issue because GWM's game plan is to establish 15 outlets, with most of them being 3S centers by the end of 2023. And if that doesn't scream commitment to you, frankly, I don't know what else they can do. So if you're looking to dip your toes into EV ownership, why not come and check out the ORA Good Cat? take it for a spin at any one of their 3 dealerships in Glenmarie, Puchong or Penang. And on that note, I think it's time we call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Drive safe, everybody.